What's up, world? Noah from Hacking Hollywood. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I continue to do wrong, so to speak, and I can't stop. So welcome if you're new to the show. The show is all about learning from Hollywood and taking the tricks and techniques and applying it to yourself. And so making yourself a better filmmaker and basing that experience off of somebody who's been in the business for at least a little bit of time. I've been in Hollywood for 7 years now working, and then I worked in Texas before that. So the thing that I continue to do incorrectly is specialization. I am kind of dipping my toes in multiple career paths, essentially. And so I work as a set PA, which ultimately leads to being an assistant director, which I still do kind of regularly. Okay, so here's me 5 years later, and do I still agree with the concept of specializing versus generalizing? Yes, this is a tried and true question that many people ask over the years. Which one should we do? Should we specialize and focus on one area first and grow that out? Or should we generalize, where we look at multiple things and be multidisciplinary, right? So you can do multiple things at once. So looking back at this video at the time, that was the debate that I was thinking about. And let me think through as if I was in my own head from 5 years ago, and then I'll give you my opinion of what I think now, what I think I should have done myself, right? And then what I would advise others to do in the future. So thinking back, putting myself in the shoes of myself, at the time, I thought it wasn't a bad thing that I was dipping my toes into two different worlds. At the time, I was assistant directing, which means I was kind of managing sets and running smaller sets between 10 and 30, maybe 60 people on a bigger independent film. And then on the other side of that, I was also PAing or production assisting on bigger sets. So like The Mandalorian, Bones, Castle, Modern Family, those kind of things. I was the low man on the totem pole. So I saw it as two different things that I was doing. And really at the same time, they were kind of similar but different, and they're in the same career path, which is ultimately to be an assistant director on Hollywood sets. And so that's what I was doing at the time. And I kind of saw that as splitting generalizing versus specializing, when in reality, it's almost the same ladder. At the time, I thought that my time wasn't wasted doing both things. And if I think of just those two roles, PAing and ADing, those are really superfluous. Like they overlap so much. Just the ADs in charge of the PAs, right? Of production assistants. Now, this isn't necessarily universal truth, right? At the time, I wasn't necessarily thinking about bigger picture things and other departments and other people and other things that other people do. Now I realize 5 years later, right? 5 years more experience, more life experience, that if you specialize, it would be really good to get hired for a specific role and getting paid really, really well for one type of thing. So if you want to be an editor, don't just be a video editor, be a specific type of editor for a specific type of niche that only you can do that special thing. That's kind of how I run my business now. At first, I was producing media, and then I had a company called Sargent Brothers Pictures, and we produced all different kinds of things. It was very wide. And then I specialized and did corporate streams. That's what we're doing now. Not just corporate streams, but we're specifically focusing on town hall meetings and corporate communication events, right? That specialized media allows us to tentpole and get really well known in the industry for one specific area, right? And then other things, if we get asked, hey, can we shoot B-roll? Or hey, can we shoot drone footage? Hey, can we shoot corporate interviews? We could potentially offer those things as well. But what gets us in the door is our live streaming capabilities. So generally speaking, I would encourage people for their personal career to specialize and learn a bunch about that one particular aspect first. And if you want to become the leader of a business, or if you want to be a producer, sometimes a director, it's good to get well-rounded where you know a little bit about different departments and different things. I think what tends to happen is we all think that, oh, it's better if I know all these different things and all these different aspects of production. It is good to learn a little bit about lighting and sound and cameras and music and this and that, and like all these things, right? It's good that you're curious, but I would really try to focus in and do one thing at a time and do that one thing really, really well. That's the advice that I have for you. So, hey, what questions do you have about Hollywood? Feel free to leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.